Hello and welcome. This is Stella Darla. This video is the first one from our group discussion series where we get to know what the skills needed for a GDR. Through this series, we address the major concerns that the students attending campus placements, freshers attending job interviews, and many others attending competitive exams have related to group discussion. Group discussion is not just another step in an interview. It is one of the major rounds for eliminating the candidates. So here in this particular video, we tell you what are those exact skills that the HR is looking out for in you as a part of GD. The first skill on the list is interpersonal skills. Now, how you behave and interact with the group is the primary factor that you will be judged on. You need to acknowledge the team and the inputs that they would be sharing throughout the discussion. You can use phrases like, "What you have shared is absolutely true and hits the nail on its head." Or you can say, "I have to agree, you put in a strong point there." Such phrases and the acknowledgement that they carry will make the other speaker feel good and also helps you build your rapport with them throughout the discussion. You should also not interject your opinion while someone is still sharing his or her thought. That will completely take you into the bad books of the interviewers. Do not break into the other candidate's sentence and try to convey your point. And if you want to disagree with someone's opinion, do it in a respectful way. For example, you can say, "That is a nice point you covered. However, I do not agree with it." It is quite natural that tempers will start rising during the discussion, especially when someone is trying to prove a point that is completely opposite in what you are trying to convey. At such times, try not to be egoistic or judgmental. That is, do not frame an impression on the candidate based on the temper you have during the discussion. That is not quite an appealing quality to have. And also remember that the observers or recruiters are examining every move of yours, and if they find anything negative in any of your actions, then you might not move further in the interview process. Interpersonal skills is a very important skill that is tested. As in the future, if at all you get selected, you need to work in teams and you cannot afford to be unskillful in this one. The second skill that we have is open-mindedness. Now, to believe that your opinion is right is fine, but to believe only your thought or opinion is right and should be acceptable might not be appropriate. Be open to accepting and learning from other people's sharing of thought and then build your ideas accordingly during the discussion. The third skill that we have is listening skills. Now, it cannot be stressed enough that in a discussion, when you speak, you also should listen equally. You can practice listening even before the group discussion day. That is, you can listen to a couple of educational videos on the internet or watch and listen to some educational programs on the television and then write a summary of what you heard so far. If you do not understand the accent, then you can select the option of subtitles if at all you're watching on the internet. This makes it easy for you to watch, listen, and follow the speaker at the same time. This is a very good exercise to practice your listening skills. So try working on them, as you need to listen to others in the group and not just speak and put forward your thoughts in the discussion. The next skill that the HR looks out for in you is your way of conveying. What you say in the discussion is definitely important. But what is more important than that is how you put your idea across. because there might be sensitive topics of discussion given at a point, and you need to make sure that you convey your thoughts, whether they are for or against the topic, in the most sensible way. Make sure you do not offend anybody with the way you convey your ideas or the words you use to convey them. Phrases like "appreciate what you say, however, my point is," or "agree, this might be true according to you, but," will work in your favor. Do not jump directly to saying, "No, you are wrong," or "I do not think it's true." These statements might hurt their feelings and might result in you getting a black mark in your performance. The fifth skill that we have is communication skills. This is the basic skill you would need to begin with. Many are comfortable in speaking to a single person. But when you are facing a group, especially for getting a job, your communication skills should be top-notch. Remember, most of us attending an interview are nervous, and it's okay to be nervous before it. However, what we need to work on is to keep it at a certain limit and make it act as your strength to speak well during the interview process, be it in a GD round or any other one. What you should do is practice daily, either speaking in front of a group of friends or family on topics of your choice, to get used to such an atmosphere. The next skill we have is to be a leader and a decision maker. Being the one who initiates the discussion will help you get brownie points. It will exhibit your leadership skills and your ability to begin a conversation, both of which are really important. However, being the first one to speak doesn't mean you just start speaking and giving random information. You should have a solid point to begin the discussion with. Otherwise, you will fail to be a good leader. Also, being a leader means giving the space for another candidate to talk and not just jumping into the discussion and stopping everyone from speaking. A leader never interrupts or intrudes when the other candidate is speaking. They let them finish what they are saying and then enter into the conversation immediately. The next skill we have is analysis and knowledge. As we have mentioned before, listening to what the other participant is saying is really crucial in group discussion. While listening to it, one also needs to analyze the points being shared and then build your content around it. For example, you can analyze on what reasons he or she is supporting or is against the topic and then present your points, building and connecting to it. Your mind needs to work really fast in order to ace this quality. Also, a sound knowledge on the topic being discussed would be of help. So even before you attend the group discussion, our suggestion would be for you to go through the content of the recent or the famous happenings over the past decade or two, as it will help you be more strong in framing your content. The next skill we have is logical thinking. Every participant should be able to logically evaluate the topic given and share the thought. Make sure you tune your brain to keep thinking as the discussion is happening. And when you present the points, make sure they have logic added to it. That is, they have a certain meaning and also add value to the discussion happening. Remember, you are scored in a group discussion not only based on how many times you are speaking, but also whether whatever you say is making sense or not. Hence, be careful and critically think before you let out your point of view. The final skill that we have for you today is attitude. Irrespective of how much you prepare and what other skill you practice, one thing that is of utmost importance is your attitude. More specifically, your positive attitude. Your positive attitude will make a huge difference in the way you present yourself for the group discussion and then your performance throughout. Even during the discussion, there might be times you might think you are not giving your best shot. That is exactly when you should erase such negative thinking and reassure yourself that you will give the best no matter what. You should also show positive attitude during the discussion while you are being interrupted by another candidate or when you are interrupting another candidate while they are sharing. Try to be positive towards everything and everyone throughout the group discussion. Now make sure you practice all these skills to shine through in your group discussion round. To all those attending your interview, all the best. I'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe to our channel Interview Prep for free videos on interview preparation, English language, soft skills, campus placements and more. Thank you for watching and have a great day.